Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Rick Kids Craft Corner. How's everyone doing? Okay, I have a few things I need to say. First off, I was sick pretty much for the last 3 days. I had a gas bubble that just would not go away. It finally went away. Praise the King. That is gone. That was not fun. I didn't enjoy it. I'm sure my husband didn't enjoy me being sick either. No. So, we are going to do some stuff. Okay, that's the cats. Just looking for some, yes. I can't seem to find my other stuff, so I'm going to use what I have. And, yeah, long story short, a lot has happened. So, hoping Audie comes in today and says hi. I'm on now. Okay. I'm just letting everyone know I'm on now. It's 9 o'clock. It's my normal time of doing things. So welcome to Rifka's Craft Corner. How's everyone doing? I'm doing pretty good. We're going to be doing these gorgeous, if I can get it to show you. It's not cantankerous. I've been using this one much better. It has better clarity. I mean, look at how clear that goes. Here's my hand. When you go down, you can see pretty much every mark on my hand. So this one right here, if we can get it to go, we'll show you the numbers if it wants to be a nice one. So right now we're going to do numbers. We're going to be doing 1, 2, and 3. There's only 3 colors here. There's a blue, this blue right here. There's this light blue right here. And then there's this white right here. So, yeah. We are going to do, what color is this one? Number 3. I want to do number 3 first. I think 3 doesn't have so many items on it, so we'll do number 3 first. How's everyone doing today? Like I said, I was really sick in the stomach for the past 2 to 3 days. That's why I asked him to shut it. Nope. He told me he was going to be vacuuming. So, we are, and I'm wearing glasses because I can't see the not the colors, but I can't see the I can't see these very well anymore. Used to, but if I can bring it up closer, hopefully it will start showing you. Come on, baby, show the correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, today is being cantankerous. It's fine. So we're going to be painting on this. So good morning, everyone. So I'm doing number 3 right now. But like I was saying, I was really sick to my stomach for a good, I would say, 3 days. What happened was, I had a gas bubble and it just would not go away. Has that ever happened to you guys? It's happened to me. And I was laying in bed until noon 2 different times just to get rid of the gas bubble, if that makes sense. So I was really, really sick to my stomach. My husband can verify that. Right there, Hurt.
I can get.
So we're right now doing the threes. They're different color. Well, not different colors, but they're threes. I got a phone call today from a 717 area code, which I know what that is Pennsylvania, which is quite interesting. Not sure why 717 area code called, but they did. I don't know who it was. Like I said, I don't know who called or why they called. Only place I called was Montana one time. Well, not Montana, Oregon one time. Not Pennsylvania. It's kind of weird for me. My husband thought it might have been a scammer. I don't know. Come on, stick. Thank you. So, yeah, I don't know if it was a scammer or not. I do know that a lot is going on in America. I've heard that. Like the right now in I think over in Los Angeles, you guys are having major fires. I'm not sure if it's still going. Jeff can check for me. Jeff, can you check and see if there's major fires still going on in Los Angeles? So we're doing number 3. I like to do number 3 because it's less of the others. And his phone is going off.
You'll never hear it.
Not with other noises, no.
Oh, I did. I'm impressed.
I'm impressed. So welcome to Rivka's Craft Corner. How is everyone doing? I am working on DPing, which is a diamond painting, but they are partials, and I want to finish these off. I have 5 of them, believe it or not, 5. Well, I had originally 8, but now I have 5. So I have 4 right here, and I have No You Don't Spill, and I have
Still going.
What's still going?
You asked about the fires.
And yeah, I heard about the fires being really, really bad.
2 of the big ones are far from contained. I assume there are lots of smaller ones.
There has to be.
Well, one of those things. If you leave yourself no resources to fight it, you just have to wait for it to burn out.
Yep. Well, yeah. So I've heard about that. So anyways, I'm not sure who all is going to be here. I saw 4 people come in. Don't know how many more people are coming in and then leaving. But I hope you all are having a lovely day. I'm having a okay day. I'm feeling much better than I've been. Like I said, I had a bubble that just would not go away. Have you ever had a gas bubble that just would not go away? Well, that's what happened to me. A gas bubble that would not go away. See, I don't follow anyone's schedules. I follow my own schedule because it doesn't suit me to follow everyone else's schedules, so I do my own. I don't regret doing it this way either. Things have changed for me. I still do resin work, but right now I don't have, or I have resin, I just don't have an ability to go get them until my husband and I clean out the shed, because we're going to do that sometime soon. Not sure if we're going to do it today or
Probably today.
we are.
Preferably today. It depends on how hot it gets, but yes, preferably today.
Well, you wanted to also call them and confirm something, so.
Well, I've got mixed messages.
What do you mean?
Someone told you, or whatever, that it's free to take stuff to the dump. And yet when I check the dump website, it says, if you bring this, it will cost you money. So...
Well, I checked, and that's the one I was checking, and that's what I got, was that it's free if it's non-toxic. It didn't say anything about wardrobes or things like that.
Yeah.
That's why the mixed message.
Yeah, well, whatever. I think it won't hurt to call up. Otherwise, why put the stuff on the truck in the first place?
Yeah, true. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our little girls, our little chooks. Well, let's just say we were doing a test. Jeff and I were both doing a test to see if the chooks would go, We, what can I tell you about our chooks? One thing we learned is that if they get out too early, they will not lay their eggs where we want them to lay their eggs. So, sadly, the girls are staying in their little pen for now until they lay the last 3 eggs. Once they lay those last 3 eggs, they can go out and forage all they want. But Jeff tested them. We were getting 3 eggs, 4 eggs. We usually get 4 eggs from them, but then they don't lay. And we were testing something. Jeff wanted to test to see if they would lay their eggs like they usually do. But we found out that they won't lay their eggs if they're let free too early. So that meant no. So we had to put them back in their little coopy area. Keep them there until we know we have 3 eggs. 3 eggs to 4 eggs. Once we get the 4 eggs, then they can go out and have a little bit of forage. Because Jeff and I don't want to deal with going underneath the house, finding the eggs there, or wherever they were hiding them. We don't want to do that. We want them to lay their eggs where it belongs, in the chicken coop.
Especially since we don't want to attract snakes.
Especially if we don't want to attract snakes. And Jeff and I don't want to attract snakes. So, we are doing, I think if we do it this way, I think it'll save them and it'll save us hassles. So I talked to him and we talked it over together and we discussed it, and all 4 of those girls are right now in the chicken coop until they lay their eggs. Once they lay their eggs, they're free to run around and scavenge. But not until after they lay those beautiful little eggs of theirs. This morning, my husband did find one, but the problem with that is that it was a little spotty. We're not sure which one is having the spotty egg, and he said it was really cold the egg was really cold this morning, which kind of tells me that when they try and lay their egg, it's a little hard on them, maybe. I don't know. So, long story short, they are laying their eggs. But we agreed now not to let them out until afternoon. I think that's better for them. It's better for us. And I know for a fact they've already laid their eggs. If they haven't laid their eggs, they usually lay their eggs in the evening. If they don't, they usually lay their eggs in the morning. If you let them out during the morning, they'll lay their eggs somewhere else, which will attract the snakes. So I think we're doing right by doing what we're doing. So, good morning, everyone. I hope you all are having a lovely day. Sorry to hear that Los Angeles is having a fire, infernal fire. Really am. I don't know who all in the diamond painting community or anyone that lives in Los Angeles, how they're faring. I don't live in the United States anymore. I haven't been in the United States in ages. It's been almost 12 years for me. Do I miss the United States? Not really. I live here in Australia with my amazing, loving husband, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I got this little saying from someone on what was I was going to tell you? I got this little saying that please donate, and I'm like, I can't donate at all because number one, if I try and donate, it's Australian money, and Australian money does not fit American money. So I can't donate even if I wanted to donate. And plus, I need to talk with my husband to confirm, hey, can I donate? So I couldn't donate. I'm not sure who all is here. I'm hoping someone comes in and says hi. One, I don't tolerate people who come in that says, oh, you can get more people and everything like that. I play by the book, guys. If no one watches my videos, or even if one or two people that watches my videos, then I'm fine. I would love to have more, but I know living where I'm at right now, there won't be more. Not at the moment. I also plan on starting working on jewelry. Real jewelry. Real, as in opal jewelry. Making opal jewelry like necklaces and bracelets. So that's a hope. That's one thing I discussed with my husband about doing. And he even agreed on it. Right there?
Mm-hmm.
He agreed that I can do that type of jewelry.
Yeah, go for it.
And I have opals, guys. I actually have opals in my arsenal of jewels. I even have garnet. I have emerald. And there's also a thing Jeff and I were discussing, and I was like, Jeff, I would like to go see if we can go search and find some of these like amethyst or things on our own. That's my goal. So we are right now working on the next one. I'm doing all threes. I want to get all the threes out of the way, and then we will go to number 2. There's not a whole lot of 2s, so I want to go with 3s first. Audie's on. I can see her.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, she's here. Now, Audie, I have a question for you. Did you like what you saw, the change on my link tree? Let me know. I think it turned out really good. I think it's much better than it was. And it doesn't look so, what's the word? Oh, yeah, I'll be wrapping up at a decent amount of time. But what did you think of my link tree? Please let me know your thoughts. Everyone, I changed my link tree a little bit. My link tree now has it set up where you can now go straight to my business if you want to order anything. It has a few other things too. So I just wanted to know what everyone thinks of the new link tree setup. That was one of my goals to do, was fix my link tree. I think I did pretty good. Come on. Sit on the thank you. Let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. How do you like the link tree? If the link tree turned out really good in your mind. What's this? And why is it there? I didn't put you there, so I don't understand. So yeah, on Instagram, there's going to be a few things changing. My Instagram will be changing. A few other things will be changing, but I just want to have everyone's idea. What do you think of the new link tree? I changed it around a little bit. It should look a little bit more polished, I guess is the word I'm trying to find. It's more okay, it's much better. I don't know how to explain it. I fixed it where you have to click on, what was it I said? Oh yeah. You have to click on there's like on the very top there is YouTube. There is Facebook. There is Instagram. And there is one other one. Then there's Buy Me a Coffee. Boy, that was fun. Someone did send me a coffee, by the way. Someone sent me a nice one. But what happened was my coffee one, Stripe was being a little bit of a cantankerous little thing. I was like, I'm not going to give you any money from the coffee.
Yeah, it's been too long since you spoke with us. We're not on speaking terms anymore.
Oh, and then to top it off, they said, oh, you have to show us your driver's license and you have to show us a selfie with the date on it. So I did everything they said. I didn't like it. Jeff for sure in the world didn't like it. But it's done. And we have Stripe working again. It was so weird having them say, oh, you have to do a selfie. You have to do this. It's like, excuse me? Well, it's been a while since I used Stripe, so it was like, yeah, you have to. Then I got something from another company that said, oh, we're closing you down because you haven't used it for a while. I'm like, what? So I looked at it and I'm like, oh, I can use you to help build up my my Facebook and all those other things. Been an interesting week. Then to top it off, all week long, and I mean for about the 3 days, I had a gas bubble that just would not go away. I'm talking about, have you ever had where, and believe me, a gas bubble does cause pain. And I was having pain in my shoulders and my lower back. It was just horrible. So I was like, okay, how do I get rid of this pain? Because it's been so painful. So I finally got rid of it, and I'm finally better enough that I can finally drink coffee. I missed my coffee. You can ask my husband on that. We don't know what caused it, this gas bubble. We are thinking because I drank too fast on the ginger not cordial, but the ginger beer that had a lot of carbonation might be the reason why I got the gas bubble, and it just took 3 days for it to go away. I was laying in bed in the fetal position because of how painful it was. Yep. Gas bubbles are not something to be laughing about. They hurt. They hurt a lot. But when we do get our place, we don't know when, but when we do, I will have my own room. Jeff and I discussed it, and I will have my own room for my YouTubing, my crafting, all of that. I will be in my own room. Again, we have a mouse up here. Wonder why a mouse came up here. I don't know how the mouse came up here, but it's up here. It went up some steps and came up here.
I'll tell you exactly how the mouse gets up.
Oh?
Yeah, I'm going to bed. I haven't seen it, but I'm going to bed. Look at the way the stairs are constructed.
Well, it does have carpet on it.
The stairs are constructed. Now, forget the carpet. The mouse can't jump from step to step. That's too high. At least I believe it is.
Okay.
There's where the steps are joined together, so you've got a thing either side that holds the steps in place.
Yeah.
And we'd have to crawl around the post at this side, but this side it could just climb straight up. Okay? Amelia was just wondering how the mouse could get upstairs.
Where the mouse was?
She was wondering how the mouse could get from downstairs to upstairs. I said, probably climb straight up this thing here.
Well, it could be, yeah, I reckon, yeah.
It probably doesn't jump from step to step.
I don't think so, no.
That's the most likely way for it to climb.
I reckon,
straight
yeah,
up there.
that'd be the most likely, yeah.
No problem at all.
Are you talking about on the banister? Walking up the banister.
Now, look at the way steps are constructed. Steps are held in place with the things either side of the step.
Right.
Well, it's this flat, smooth surface like a ramp.
Oh.
Just straight up the ramp. No problem. You can go out and look later on. I'll show you. If you want to take 10 seconds, I'll show you now.
I'm live right now.
That's what I figured. I'm just saying. I'm not going to say for sure because I haven't actually seen it happening. But to me, it looks like the most likely way to get up here.
So how do we stop them from going up that ramp?
Well, you could put a blockage in the way, I guess. That's a possibility.
How do you do that?
I'd have to consider it better. But maybe something like a stump cap.
Well, one, we will have something unique about our own home. We will actually have where you open and close the door. When we open and close the door, it'll be one of those sliding doors, so they're not going to likely come in. We're going to also have windows that slide open and closed.
Well, I'm still leaning more and more towards getting a what do they call those things? Shipping container home.
Oh, I know. Isn't that what the other guy makes? Is a shipping container home?
No. It's not.
Well, we will do one thing though. We're going to put a gate so no one can easily come in our house. And we're even going to put rollers on top of the very top of the gate. So little kitty cats can't come in. And so no, they think they can come in and then they slide off. So we're going to be very proficient in protecting our area. Wouldn't you agree, dear?
As much as we can.
Yep. But yeah, we have a mouse up here. Again. Today, we plan on getting rid of some furniture. Not furniture, but you know what I mean.
Old cupboards.
Old cupboards that we had when we were over in Kalani. It's just been when we do get our home, we're gonna actually have cupboards built in. We're planning the kitchen is gonna be amazing, you guys. You don't realize how the kitchen's gonna look. We already have an idea how we want our kitchen to be. Okay, first off, Jeff and I cannot handle bending too much anymore. We just can't. It's not that we don't want to, it's just we can't. Our backs give out, our backs are in no shape for doing that. So the cupboard we plan on having is one where we don't have to bend at all. It's going to be up high enough that we can get into our cupboard to get our food and everything like that. Only and in my craft room, it'll be low enough that I can still grab this stuff out, but put it right back in with no problems. You've seen those dream things, right? Those dream now imagine my husband making something really nice like that, but better. They're called dream cupboards or whatever. They use them for craft rooms and stuff. Well, my husband's going to be making me one personally for myself. With wood. Made to fit. Won't teeter-totter, all that stuff. That's just no good. I don't like that one. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm talking to drills when I say goodbye on that. But yeah, teeter-totter. So when we do get our home, my stuff won't teeter-totter, or it won't be a pain in the bum. Jeff and I discussed a lot of different ideas of how to fix our problems. Both Jeff and I want both of us comfortable. We don't want to be in any pains or anything like that. Jeff is also thinking of having a ramp where we walk up and down the ramp instead of stairs. So there's no stairs for me to climb, which is less likely for me to fall. Over here in Queensland, Australia, we live in an area that is, I guess you could say the floodplain. We'd rather be in like mountains and things like that, but we'll deal with what we got. So we're going to be living over, and our area is not floodplains. It's kind of funny. It is floodplains, but it's not. We're not in the flood zone, which is nice. Jeff and I found that out, didn't we, babe? We went camping, and the soil was wet, but there was no water, standing water there. Nothing. It's really nice. So back to what I was saying. Our cupboard and the kitchen, just to give you an example of the kitchen, we plan on having it where our, the pots and pans, And Jeff and I are planning on getting better pots and pans than what we have right now. But the pots and pans, the lids will be in its in some, what are they called? What were they called? I don't know. I'll come to it. Just give me a minute to think here. What are the lids called? It'll have a lid holder is what I'm trying to say. It'll have its own lid holder. It'll be much better. I just lost my stickiness, so I have to get a different thing. So we're going to start over with a new thing. I can't seem to find my original thing I had for this, but that's okay. We'll use this. It'll last for, I would say, at most, it'll last for 3 to 4, maybe to about 20 drills, and then I have to change it again. Is the pink stuff, is the pink glue, which is fine. Sometimes I can't find my other one, which does about a lot more drills than this does. But back to what I was saying. So in the kitchen, just imagine this. The kitchen will have a place where you can put your pots and your pans, but the pots and the pans will be all hung up. The lids will be hung up. That's the word I was trying to find. They will be hung up on these little hangers, special hangers set up for it to be set in, and the lids will be fine. We are planning on, we've been looking at some things that we can put over the sink where we can have the dishes drying over the sink instead of on the side where a lot of water pools and stuff. That's another thing my husband and I have been looking at. We've been looking at a lot of Japanese technology. I know it sounds weird to say that, but yeah, we've been looking at that because it will make it easier to take care of your dishes and stuff. They have very good storage stuff, don't they, honey?
Mm-hmm.
So we've been looking into that. These are things we plan on putting in our new home when we do get our new home. It depends on everything that happens. We've already been told we're going to win by the Almighty, but we still have to wait. Still a waiting game, guys. When it's done waiting, it'll be well worth it. That's all I know. And we'll be free. Like, we won't be in the desert anymore. We won't be stuck. We also plan on getting a new vehicle later on. I still think we can keep this vehicle, but get a new vehicle for little jobbies. And the big jobby, we can get like a van or something, maybe. Just ideas going through our heads right there.
There's a lot of stuff going through our heads there.
Yeah. Now in the bedroom, we will have closets. Jeff will definitely make certain there's a closet in that room. There will never be a wardrobe that is by itself. If I have to, I'll make one of those wardrobes, like the one like your aunt's, into something for my craft. That's the only thing I can think of. And not lose your aunt's thing. But the wardrobes that was no good in the first place, we're going to get rid of. We have 3 of them. We're also discussing about getting rid of, what other wardrobe was it? Not wardrobe, but it was a, I just want to save the glass from it before we let go of it. You know what one I'm talking about?
Say again.
I want to save the glass from it,
Oh yeah.
from the doors.
Yeah.
I want to save the glass before we let go of it. But
Yeah.
Jeff is going to get one of those. He's also in the kitchen. We're going back to the kitchen. We plan on having a beautiful setup where all our food is seen. We can see it, but it's also able to be hidden. What I mean is when you open it, you see the, what's going on here? When you open it, you see the what you have in your cupboards. But you have to do a second opening, which is, so Jeff is going to have like a window or something like that where you can see what's in the cupboard, so you don't go, oh, well, I want this, I want that, I want that. Another thing is if we have canned foods, we're going to have something that rolls the cans downward. If we have the same canned foods, roll the cans downward so we can grab them instead of having them straight up top. They'll just roll. We have our chicken eggs pretty much the way we want them. They just roll and we grab them. They're fine the way they are. Right there?
Mm-hmm.
And there's number 3 done right now. See? We got all the 3s out of the way. We only have 2s left and 1s. So I'm moving them over here for just a second while I go for the next one. I think I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, but I thought you guys like to hear what Jeff's and my, not proposition is, but what we...
Yeah, Granddaddy, Jeremy, just want to go out on my roof before you go anywhere, you leave it outside the shed. I'll get it later. See ya.
So that's one thing that we've been thinking about for our home. In the bathroom or the shower room, we plan on having what you call a Japanese bath. And yeah, we're looking forward to a few things. So yeah, we were thinking of having a a Japanese bath, and this Japanese bath will be one where we can sit in it, and not sit in. Okay, you know how the regular bathtubs are? Regular bathtubs you have to sit in, and then you have to kind of lay in. But it's hard for someone who's overweight or have bad back problems or anything to get out of. Trust me, I found that out. We were on not a camping trip. Was it a camping trip, dear? No, it wasn't. It was for our anniversary. And we were over at the Bundaberg Park, I think it's not Bundaberg, Murgles. No. It's Bunya. The Bunya trees. And we had to walk up some steps and everything like that. Anyways, they had a bathtub there. It was our anniversary. We went there for our anniversary. And we went in there. And I wanted to take a bath. They had a bathtub, and I was like, okay, cool. Let's go take a bathtub. Let's go take a bath.
You mean Holland?
No.
Sorry, say again where we were?
Bunya Mountains.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, and I got stuck in that lovely little tub.
Yes.
Yes, you heard correctly. I got stuck. It was not fun. So, what we ended up doing, I was finally able to get out of there. So, if we get a tub of any kind, it'll be one where we sit in, as in, you know how you sit in a chair? That's the size of sitting I'm talking about. So yeah, that's the tub kind we will plan on getting. It's a very nice one too. About $7,000. But it's gonna be worth it. Jeff and I discussed it and we're like, yeah, we're gonna get that type of thing. And we'll have a shower there, don't get me wrong. There'll be a shower above it. And a nice shower at that. It's gonna be one of those handheld showers. And it'll be much nicer. Both Jeff and I agreed on that one, didn't we, baby?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
Nice big shower.
Nice big shower, nice comfortable. And we can take a shower. We can take a shower. We can take a bath.
You sit down in the tub all the time.
Yeah, you sit down in the tub. You can lean back a little bit if you want. You can't lay down, but you can lean back a little bit, which will be kind of relaxing. It's like a Japanese tub, but it's a little bit better than even the Japanese tub because you can open the door to the side, open it out, and you can walk out after the water drains and everything. It's one of those, I guess you can say handicap thingies, but I don't call them handicap. I think it's just brilliant. Never seen anything like it before in my life, but when I saw that, I was like, we're getting that. Didn't I, honey?
Mm-hmm.
We're getting that. We need something like that. I'm never going to get stuck in a tub again like that. No way. Even when we were visiting your cousin, it's like, do I really want to? If I do, I might have to have my husband help me get up. That's how bad it is. So, we're going to get one of those, and it's going to be so much nicer.
Mm-hmm.
In my craft room, like I was explaining, my husband is going to be setting up everything up for the craft room. He's going to fix, we still will have this drafting table right here. This is my drafting table. It may not look like a drafting table. It may look like a mess right now, but it is actually my drafting table. And we will have everything off the floor. Everything, even the cords. There will be no cords on the floor. We'll have it above us so we don't trip on anything. Same with cords on the walls. We will have something. It's not sticky, but you slide it in and lock it, and you plug in your cords there. It will never be on the floor. That's another thing we plan on doing. So we're getting to the kitchen. We already did the kitchen. We did some of the craft room. Our bedroom, we plan on making it easy for ourselves to vacuum underneath our bed. So we'll actually put something to lift our, and we're going to get a brand new bed too. Jeff and I discussed that. We're going to get a brand new queen size bed that is, what was it called? The bed. What was the bed called?
You want like a memory foam mattress.
Memory foam mattress, which will work for my back. That's what we're talking about. When that happens, it will be much better. And our Roomba will fit under that bed. We have a Roomba. We will be using that as our vacuum cleaner. Trust me, I have a Roomba. It's a gorgeous little Roomba. We had it back when we were living in Ipswich. That was that little thing did work. Don't you tell me it didn't. Don't you agree?
Second?
Our Roomba worked.
Yeah, it worked.
It worked so well. But here, no. When we were over in Carnum, yes. We used it in Carnum a lot, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
In Kalani, not so much. Because our bed was too low. But we did use it in Carnum, not Carnum, but in Kalani we did too. In Clifton, I don't think we used our Roomba. We couldn't find it. Do you remember that?
What?
Our Roomba. We couldn't find our Roomba in Clifton, where it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't know where it was at that time. But we're hoping and praying this is the last move we do for a while. Although we know it's not the very last move. He has other places for us to go, but
Mm-hmm.
the last move in Australia, at least, for a while. Just to give us a little bit of a breather from moving so much. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. How are you doing, Audie? If you're still here. I hope you're still here. It would be awesome if you're still here. What is going on with this thing? That was funny. Not funny, haha. It's funny as in, why did that happen? Huh. There. So a lot of different things we plan on doing. We're not sure how it's all going to turn out, but it should be much better than what we're dealing with now. But it's basically a waiting game right now. Even my husband agrees on that one. Yeah, it's a waiting game. So went quiet for a little bit. I will be working on the wings of that gorgeous dragon once I figure out how to make the wings. I have an idea how I want to make the wings, but it means I have to get a special kind of thing. Special kind of thing. Okay, that's better. You ripped. Not sure why you ripped, but you did. You ripped. That's not fun when you rip. Okay, now we're going to go up here and do the threes going downwards. So it should be easier now that we got that unripped. And we'll do this. Plus, when we get our new place, Jeff will actually be able to use his CNC machine. And boy, let's see what we can make with that CNC machine. We actually saved our CNC machine, so it's still alive. Well, not alive, but you know what I mean. It's still safe. But he was not happy when something happened. We are going to make certain we have a tight spot of no leaking, no problems like that. So Let me know what you think about my ideas. Do you like the ideas that I've been discussing? Do you think it's a good idea that what we are going to be doing in the new home? Let me know your thoughts. I also plan on revamping this channel when I move. I mean revamping as in fix the times or whatever is not right with everybody. I'm going to put up a poll of when is the right time to do my lives. Other things I'm going to revamp is I still will have my business. My business will take off probably most likely when I'm at my own place. So we'll see. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to some of the changes that will happen. And yes, we've been discussing all types of things, my husband and I. Things that we want to do, things we want to make better, including him having maybe a YouTube of his own. Maybe. That's another thing we talked about right there.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still looking into doing a voiceover too.
Yeah, I recorded one thing so far.
Yeah, but you need to do different voices. They need to hear not just that one single
Well, you
voice.
tell me when I'm going to get the chance to.
Probably on Tuesdays or Thursdays if I'm quiet and I
Monday
never
night or
go
Tuesday-
live.
Monday night or Tuesday morning.
Yeah. Or we could do it, I don't know. We could do it on the evening of Monday evenings. Never know. We'll figure it out. We will. We will figure it out. Okay, where did it go? That's lovely. Oh, there you are. It's like, where did it go? I'm talking about the drill I have right here. Okay, we got all that little section done, as you can see. Isn't that looking gorgeous? Do you see the shimmery parts of it? Still won't show. Oh, there it's showing now. So there's the ones right there. There's the 2s right there. And if I pull back, right here's the 3s. I'm working on all the 3s. There we go. It's finally working. Yay! So I'm working on the 3s because that's the least of them. Well, I thought it was the least. Actually, I found out the 2s are the least. But we're going to work on the 3s. Get the 3s done. Wrap that up. 1s is going to be the most. So just let me know your guys' thoughts. I would love to know what you would like me to do. What changes you would like me to do to the channel. What you would like me to do. Plus, he's looking into working for audiobooks. He has to apply for it though. He has a better voice than some of these people among us, especially 2 of them. Wow. Both Jeff and I are like, one's an old man voice, the other is like monotone. Isn't it, dear? One is so monotone. It's like
it's obviously his own voice.
Oh, it says own voice, but
as in what I mean is it's his normal everyday speaking voice. I reckon if you ran into him down the street and he spoke to you, you would recognize him straight up. He is not putting on a voice.
No.
When they hire him to do the acting, this is one of the funny things I find is that a lot of the manga hire the same actor or actress to do all the different voices, or at least they have, say, one or two. So one to do the men's and boys' voices, and one to do the girls and women's voices. And a lot of the women do it great.
Oh, they do it.
vary between a young woman, a middle-aged woman, an old woman.
Yeah.
Some of them can even mimic children. But this guy, doesn't matter the apparent age of the character.
It's the same
It is
voice.
exactly the same.
It's
He's the young
same.
husband. He's the older father-in-law. He's the old man. And it's so silly to hear him do a kid's voice. It's like, that is not a child. So, look, he reads great.
He reads beautifully.
Okay. And it's obvious also that English is his second language, so well done on learning English.
Yes.
You know? But he is exactly how you would expect someone who has learned English but probably never traveled outside of Japan. Whether they learn it from a book or a Japanese speaker, I'm pretty sure they didn't learn it from a native English speaker. So, because there's so many things that he gets, they pronounce things differently. Oh my goodness. If I come up with an example, here's an example. For some reason, the Japanese pronounce every vowel in English. So we would say something like marriage. They go marriage. That I is in there.
It's just marriage.
And there's things where we might say encourage, but they might pronounce the E. So it's not encourage, it's encourage. It's interesting to listen to. But it doesn't matter. This guy, same tone of voice every time.
That's why I said monotone.
It's not quite monotone because he's not saying every word exactly at the same level, but he never alters his voice range at all.
No. It's like
in one sense it does mean that you can't just sit there and
he's excellent at doing evil.
You can't just sit there and half pay attention to it, because you'd be listening and then, like, you know, you've got the husband that's about to turn evil, and then you've got the poor wife's, you know, nice brother coming to the rescue or something. It was like, same voice.
Same exact voice.
So everybody apparently in that particular universe, all the men sound exactly the same. It's really freaky.
It is weird. Yeah, my husband knows how to do different voices. He seriously does. In his book, when he's reading his book, he reads in all the different tones that he uses and everything. It's like you could enjoy a book from him any day. Any day. Only one I told him never to do again is that Fury voice. That Fury voice really almost ruined his voice. It actually did ruin his voice for a while, but he's getting his voice back. Yay! He's getting his Australian voice back. Oh, that was fun. I missed his voice. But now every time he goes near an Australian, he'll talk Australian. Wow. You can tell it's full Australian. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and at that point you have to ask what I'm saying.
Then I have to go look at him and like, honey, what's going on? What did you say? I think sometimes he forgets he married an American wife. But he's never he always he's always an interpreter to Australian English. Australian English is different from American English. I'll tell you that. But boy, are they nicer. I love living in Australia. The people here are mostly nice. Very nice people. Even living here, I remember when I first came to Australia, the first thing someone told me is, don't you lose that accent. I'm like, I don't plan on it, but thanks for telling me that. I was going to try and learn to do some of the, Australian accent. And this one guy says, don't you dare keep your American accent. You have the most beautiful accent. I'm like, okay. That's what I said. Okay. No problem. He's dead now, but I remember that day. My husband was with me at that time,
Yeah.
and he heard the gentleman say, don't lose that accent. I remember looking at Jeffrey, and I was like, I didn't plan on losing the accent, but okay. But he told me, don't you dare. So I haven't. I haven't lost my accent at all. I haven't lost the American voice, as people would say. So we got only one more to do of the 3s, and then we can go down to the 2s. Yay! That'll be fun. There's a few 3s on this one. Still not as many 1s though. My word. The 1s will be so fun. You see, I wanted to finish this off. Finish off the what? Let go. Let go. Thank you. Same here. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Come on. Come on. Sorry, I'm talking to my okay, so we are trying to bring it back as far as I can to the back end and then put it right back. Okay. Now it can go back on. Now I can work on it. So anyway, as I was just saying, that was one of the things I remember when I first came to Australia. I was talking to Jeff about our marriage, and I was like, we've been so happy in our marriage, both him and I. Yes, it's had some ups and downs. It's normal to have ups and downs in marriage. Very normal. Especially in the situations we've been in. It's normal to have ups and downs. But I would never let go of this man. Not in a million years. See, there you go. Come on. Show it. Show it. Come on, you were working fine before. There you go. As you can tell, there's some 3s here, 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 and here. So I have a little bit of 3s. But this camera is so much better than my old camera. I gotta tell you. Ever since I got this camera, it's like, boom! People can see what I'm doing, and much better. Much better. I'm so thankful I got this camera. I talked to Jeff about it, and I said, the other camera's just not showing nothing. It was so blurry. You guys were seeing blurry. And he said, this is so blurry. So blurry. We can't see anything. I got myself a new mic. Meet my mic. This is my mic. Welcome to the mic. Hi, Mike. Say hi. So this is my mic. I've been using this mic for a while now. So yeah, that's pretty much it there. I would like my camera to be more, I don't know how to explain it, more closer downwards, if that makes sense. You know how some people have it so down that they can see all the work that people are doing? I wish I could get that type of camera, but I have not found a camera like that yet. I'm very happy I got the camera I have now. This has really helped me in my my live streaming. And and another thing I plan on doing is I'm going to start doing some teaching how to do something, teaching how to do this, teaching how to do that. I will mention the people I learned the recipe, the patterns from. I will learn that. I will mention people who I've learned other things from. I also will, yeah, I'm really excited about the new prospects of my lives. My you know, my not only lives but 30-second videos, unboxings again. Wouldn't that be lovely? I miss my unboxings, but here I can't do it as much as I want to. I can't. Wish I could. I also plan on adding Cricut to this channel. And showing you my Cricut machine and all that. But it can't be here. It can't be in this place. It has to be somewhere else. But my Cricut machine will be in the same room as me when we're in our new home. It will be there. So will be my resin. My resin will be in a safe spot. The resin will actually have, and I think Jeff and I discussed this, it will have like a tote under it. Am I right? Is that what we talked about? It like one of those totes?
Your desktop.
No, it's a tote. It's like a tote to put resin in case it leaks. It's like the red tote we have.
You kind of lost me. Resin doesn't usually leak, and if it does, you're in trouble.
True. No, it's just in case there's been mishaps or anything, like when you're using the resin and then it spills downward, you put it in a special little tote, like a plastic tote. That's what we were discussing for the resin.
Okay.
So the resin doesn't leak as easy. So that's what we're planning on doing. A lot has been planned. A lot has been discussed. We have ideas of what we want. Also, our back into the kitchen area, we plan on having we're tall people. I'll just tell you that. We are tall people and we probably will end up taller, but we're tall people. So what we want to do is have the sink up to our hip size. The sink here at my father-in-law's is below our hip, isn't it, dear?
Mm-hmm.
Way below our hip. Even Jeff complains about that thing. Because our backs hurt if it's not high enough. So we're going to be a little bit above our hip. But what I mean is there's not going to be, it won't be too low. I don't know. Was your sister's sink low? No, it was about our height, wasn't it?
I don't precisely remember, but they can certainly be made our height.
Yeah. Okay, we have more threes. We're not far from being done with the threes, but we're gonna finish the threes. The threes. The threes are almost done. Yay. And I'll probably have a little bit left over. And if you're wondering what I do with the junk resin, that's when I get creative. I'll either put them in my resin or I'll put them in my clay. Here's proof. This has like a little, and I'll show it to you once it lets me. It should show it. Come on, go down. Go down. Oh, it's not. There's a little hole, like a little, it didn't fully get done. This one's a little bit too, where did it go? Where did you go? Are you here? Yeah. This one's a little too dull. That's why I didn't put it in. It's dull, as in very dull. Come on, baby. Yeah, it's pretty dull. That's why I didn't use that one. So that's what's going on that end. Yay! All those little areas are done. Now we're going to go on to this section. Yep. It's looking good. Let's finish this one up here. We're almost done with the 3s. I decided that the way I want to go is do it on my timing. I had to do it on my timing. It had to be my timing, not everyone else's timing, because everyone now is getting into lives and stuff. So it's like, not lives, but you know what I mean, into YouTube and stuff. So I was like, well, I know how to take care of that. I'll just do my lives when I want to do my lives. And that's how I've been doing it for about a year now. A year to 2 years. It's getting there. I've been on YouTube for a long time, guys. You don't realize how long I've been on. I've been on for 5 years. It'll be 6 years in April. The big 5-1 already. Not that I follow my birthday, but I'm the big 5-1. I've been 5-1 since May. And I've been basically living life, I won't say as a recluse. Part of me feels like it's a recluse, but it's not a recluse. Not really. I really just want my freedom. My freedom to do whatever, not whatever I want, but freedom to do my business without interruptions, doing lives without interruptions. Jeff can tell you how many times I've been interrupted. Right there?
Wow. Regularly.
Yeah. So even to the point where family members come, which is kind of strange because we don't expect family members to come. And or we've been told this, we've been told that, so it's like, okay. And we go with the situation. That is how we handle it. And one thing we always thought was like, okay, we're paying rent. Why can't we have our freedom? You know, why can't we do things? We've been told no a couple times. Like growing food. We've been told no. Or when we did mention it, every time we do grow food, this is not a joke, every time we do try and grow food, which is a natural thing we want to do because we want to be farmers, Jeff and I, it's treated as weeds and thrown out. Like someone will say, yes, you can grow food, and then pull them out saying they're weeds. So Jeff and I refuse to grow food here. We have one plant growing, one. And that one plant is our mint plant, and it's making it barely. I need to put some what is it called? Fertilizer, a special type of fertilizer, liquid fertilizer over it, and see if that will help heal it and make it
Maybe.
grow better. We did have what you call I mean, we wanted to have a garden. We want to grow a garden. We want to have food growing. We want to grow some stuff for our chickens. Yes, you guys heard me correctly. Chickens. If you grow food, special food for the chickens, then you don't have to go out and buy food all the time. That's another thing Jeff and I discussed. Right there?
Well, we're hoping to grow a lot of our own food.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, the size of the land that we have is not going to be enough.
No.
Well, I want 5 acres.
We want 5 acres, but we right now have like 1/3 of an acre.
Mm-hmm.
That's how big our place is. But we can make it do. We can make do with it. We can figure something out with it, right there.
Mm-hmm.
We can still grow food. We just will grow it a different way. But we can still grow food. And we can grow Jeff and I have been discussing about these growing pots. I'm not sure if you ever heard of them, but there are growing pots. These growing pots go upward. So we were thinking about doing the upward growing pots and grow food that way and get some natural food for ourselves, because going to the store, we expect that the food will cost more. Well, right now they're having an egg shortage. They're still having an egg shortage. For real. They're having an egg shortage, and we're looking at our chickens and we're like, whatever. We don't have an egg shortage. We got plenty of eggs. You want to know how many eggs our girls gives us normally if they didn't do what they did the last time? Jeff and I made a decision on the girls too. They need to one thing is, don't let the girls out until after they all laid their eggs. Once they laid their eggs, they can go and have as much fun. So we agreed on, if there is 3 eggs, then they can go. Yesterday, I'm just going to explain what happened yesterday. Yesterday, we went to go get the eggs, like we always do.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe said, there was only 2 eggs. What? There was only 2 eggs. Okay, where's the other eggs? So we surmised that most likely our girls laid eggs outside the coop. And we are about 99% sure we're correct. So, we talked to each other last night. We made a decision and said we're not letting them out until they all lay their eggs. Or at least 3 eggs are laid. One was laid last night. We knew it was laid last night because there was 1 egg this morning. Now, if the other 3 lay their eggs during the morning while while I'm live, then we know for a fact that 1 of the eggs or 2 of the eggs was laid somewhere else. Both Jeff and I was like, this is what's the word? Not but you know what I mean. So, yeah. But during the egg shortage, we have plenty of eggs. Our girls give us 4 eggs normally, 4 eggs each. Sometimes one decides not to lay for a day and then she'll lay again. And that one usually lays at night. Am I right there?
Mm-hmm.
That's when she usually lays. When she lays, the main reason we don't want them to lay just anywhere, we have snakes here, guys. We have red belly black snakes. Am I saying it right?
Yes, correct.
Red belly black snakes. We also have carpet snakes. I haven't seen any, but doesn't mean we don't. Am I right there?
Oh, they're around.
They're around.
We've got quite a few places around here that they could be lurking in.
Yeah. We have brown snakes. We have king brown snakes. Those are venomous. We don't have taipans here.
Taipans, no.
No, we don't have taipans. There's one other one. I can't think. But we have seen a king brown. Oh, miracles. When I saw that king brown, I was like, I remember telling my father-in-law, I'm like, Dad, is that a king brown? Not anymore. His exact words.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore. He didn't want the king brown on his land.
Mm-mm.
We don't need anything trying to strike at us. So, long story short, that king brown got struck down. What concerns me is where it went. So it got injured. It's I think its head really got clobbered, didn't it?
Yeah, it's nothing like a skid mark to the vehicle to really do your snake in.
Yeah. Well, it says we shall trod down lions and cobras. Lions and cobras. Something about that. So now we're on twos, guys. Twos. We are done with threes. Yay! Okay. So we just got twos and we just got threes now. Twos now, which is awesome. So as you can tell, this is a very pretty blue, and I'll show you how pretty this blue is. Come on, stop doing that and be good. That's better. See how pretty that blue is? Very pretty. Huh. Wonder what this is about. Sorry. Don't know what that's about. Oh, stop it. What's this? No, don't want it. Don't want anything to do with it. So now we're going to do twos. Twos are small ones. We only have small twos. Seriously. The most twos I have is probably this one. But the second, all the rest are smalls. Yeah, small and small. So we'll do the smaller twos and bring it to the bigger twos. That's what we'll do. So the smaller twos are up here. See this little area right here? I hope it shows up. Come on. Nope, it's being a little cantankerous. Being cantankerous. Come on. Good news, bad news.
Huh?
Good news, bad news.
We're out on a hunch.
And?
Checked in the back.
And?
Pulled out 3 more eggs.
We were right. We were right.
The chickens are free.
The chickens are free.
It's only 10:30.
And it's only 10:30. They are free. Once they lay their eggs, we'll let them free. We had a hunch that they laid somewhere else.
There must have been a meeting at like 7 when I didn't let them out. So, cluck, 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 cluck. And the gist of that would have been, usually the human lets us out, but he didn't. So there must be some problem. I don't know, maybe there's a predator hanging around and he's keeping us safe. Yeah, it could be. Or, wait, I think I've got it. We only left them 2 eggs yesterday and they're not happy. Oh no, do you think he'll come back and take one of us as hostage? Maybe. You know what? How about we just go lay those eggs now and see what happens? All right. Cluck, 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 cluck. Cluck, 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 cluck. Human comes back out 10:30. Oh, good girls. Eggs laid. Whew. Okay, guess we're free.
I wonder if they did do that. That would be hilarious.
Just imagine that's what's happening, you know. I've got to laugh about this thing I found on Facebook as well.
Oh my word, that was hilarious. Okay, one thing I'm going to tell you. In Australia, there is no such thing as an HOA. There isn't.
No.
Homeowners Association, there is no such thing. None. Zippo. Zilch.
Probably be asking to get shot if you tried to start one of those up.
Oh, yeah. Because Australians don't want to be burdened.
Yeah. You don't tell us what to do with our property.
Nope.
Got enough of that with the government.
Yeah, we have enough with the government that they're not even allowing us to build on our land yet.
We can't stay on our own land.
No, we can't.
Because there's no house there.
There's no house. You can't live there. You can't be there.
And if you try, we'll sue you.
Yeah, something along those lines. Well, anyway, we were watching something on YouTube. Well, it was YouTube or on Jeff's Facebook. And there was this song. And someone had HOA go against them and say, you have to take down by hand what you built. AKA the gorgeous chicken coop that he made for his wife.
Mm-hmm.
So during the holiday season,
supposedly they only had 2 chickens and no
rooster, 2 chickens. That was it. 2 chickens. 2 chickens that was going to give them eggs. And so on the holidays, which was a good one. It was a very good one. Both Jeff and I was laughing our bum-bums off. We were so thankful we didn't live in the United States at that time at all, because we wouldn't deal with HOA. It was HOA decided to tell the man to take down his chicken coop for his wife. His wife asked him for chickens, and he made a chicken coop for his chickens. And long story short, they told him to take down the chicken coop. They put him in, I think they took him to court or something and forced him to take it down. Well, he had a retaliation. That retaliation was doing the I can't do the song, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Cluck, 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 cluck. It was hilarious. So they were counting down. The first thing they did was their and then they're like 1, 2, 3, 4.
An entire sound and light display all across his house.
Yeah.
And front lawn.
And he was telling HOA off.
6 a.m. every morning.
6 a.m. ever since. I don't know if he took it down because it was in the holiday, but during the holidays, that's what you heard. That's what you've seen. He loved his wife enough to do anything possible to make her happy. And right at that time, she was not happy, and he wanted her happy again. So that's what was devised. Both Jeff and I was laughing a lot of people were like, yep, good job. Weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
There was this one lady who came on and she's like, laughing her bum. She was laughing hard. She was like, yeah, well, you don't upset people. Both Jeff and I was laughing because we're like, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Well, it's their fault. They wanted to be bumbles about it, so they're going to tell you off in their own little way. I don't know if he still has it up, though. Probably doesn't because it's after the holidays, but during the holidays, it was up. And it was up. And every day, they heard that sound. I applaud him. Good job. But over here, we don't have an HOA. We don't have anyone who is an HOA. But we do have the government. And the government is just as stickler as they want to be. Aren't they, dear? I mean, I'll give you a good example. Jeff and I wanted to go camping on our land. And we explained that we have to camp for 8 days. It is, the law in scripture. 8 days we are to camp, or we are to celebrate. And we told them. They came out to our land how many times during us being there?
The council, not once.
They came out once.
Did they?
Yep, they came out once.
I don't remember.
They wanted to make certain we did it right.
Weird.
Yeah, aren't they weird people? We were talking to a neighbor of ours who was doing the same thing as what we were planning on doing.
Mm-hmm.
And the council said, oh, yeah, you can do this. Oh, yeah, you can do that. Well, long story short, they couldn't do what they wanted to do because the council started having a tizzy fit.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right or wrong in what I say?
The thing is, it seemed that everything they'd agreed to, and I don't know if it was by word of mouth, I assume it was, but everything they'd agreed that they could do, they later on told them that they couldn't do it and they fined them for doing it.
Yeah. Which wasn't very fair to the other people. So they ended up selling their land and getting out of there.
Trying to sell it. I don't know if they ended up actually selling it.
I think they told us they did. I don't know. But anyways, long story short, that's how the government is here sometimes. So Jeff and I are very cautious about a few things. So we are not going to, even though I don't want septic, we might end up getting septic. Not that we want it. We want something different. But because of the way council is, we just don't want them on our land. We don't want them bugging us, all that. And we are not going to have grass on our land. No grass, no weeds, no nothing. Jeff and I are going to actually bulldoze that off. We're going to get rid of all the bad grass and everything like that so they cannot grow on our land. And then we're going to have some type of foliage that goes up to about the ankles. That's our goal. Am I right, dear?
Well, we don't. Neither of us wants to mow.
No.
Okay, there's no point in mowing if you don't have to.
And with it being just only 1/3 of an acre, doesn't seem like we should mow. If we had an acre or even 2 acres, we could have a goat, and it can chew down the grass. But because we only have 1/3 of an acre, well, long story short, we have to mow. Not mow, but we have to go with other means. I'm doing pretty good. I got number 2 done. 2's working on. I think the 2's will take most of it, and I think I'll just finish up the 1's. I kind of wanted to finish up this month with the next week, finishing all of them up on the 1's. Once that is done, then we will discuss how to work on making those wings. I need to talk to Jeff about getting something special to help build those wings. I have an idea. It has to be some type of thing that I can dip in to make those wings shiny. I got to figure out how to do it. So I'm going to watch people how they make their wings on YouTubes and stuff to help me build it. I do know it will be wire, armature wire, and I have my armature wire. My armature wire is very tiny, so the armature wire will work really well. It has to be very thin and very tiny. So I do have an armature wire that is very tiny. I actually have one. And then to build the wings, I have to fix the armature wire to a certain point where when I do it, I will be dripping little resin, and then light. That's what my goal is, and then lightly cutting off the extra little drips that don't need to be there. So that's what I'm thinking about, but I'm not sure that's how I'm going to do it. But I have ideas. One is either dipping it in and then bringing it out. Another is something else. Aw, thank you, Audie. So I have a question for you. What did you think? What did you think? Did you like how it looks now? Did you check it out? Did you check out the what is it called? The when you click on the link tree, did you like how it looked? Just let me know. I want to make sure I did it just right. I need to have just not only my opinion, not just Jeff's opinion, not just another person's opinion, but I would love your opinion too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my goal is to finish. I want to finish this project first. And I'm doing the 2's at the moment, but I don't want to go over too late today. So because it's diamond painting, I was thinking of ending at the 2.5 mark instead of 3-hour mark. But we'll see. But I want to know what your thoughts are on that link tree. Are you excited about the new changes that's happening? I've changed a few little things. So on the very top of the link tree is my Facebook account, my Instagram account, my Patreon account. I think it's the Patreon. And last but not least is my YouTube account. So at the very top of the link tree, we'll list all those things so it doesn't clutter up make a major mess. And then in the main part, you go right straight to the items I've made that are for sale. And then there is also the there's also a buy me a coffee. Let me know your thoughts. Do you like how I did that? Does it look much better? Love to hear your ideas. It's good to have you back. How was work? Did you enjoy your work today? How are the 2 puppies? I know they're dogs, but they're still puppies. Most people call them puppies still. Yeah, I like talking a lot. Well, not talking a lot. I usually talk a lot while I'm doing my what I'm doing. So I just want to know your ideas. If you liked how I did the link tree, how it looks to you. I worked on a few things trying to fix the ISO. It should now link to the correct Facebook page. That's where I wanted it to go, is to my Facebook page. Should do it. That's awesome. It should link right to the Facebook page instead of my Facebook, Rivka Bottanok. It should link right to the Facebook page, which should fix that problem. So people will be able to go look at him. Aww. They always miss you. They always miss you. Those little kitty cats, and your dad would definitely miss you while you work. Oh, that's good. That is very good. Yep. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. The Facebook page is on there instead of just, the other Facebook. So that takes you right straight to my page when I upload things and put new things up. That's including my my Cricut work. I'll be putting my Cricut work. I'll be putting my crochet work. I'll be putting my YouTube up on it. A lot of different things. So I've changed some things around on my Facebook to where it's just the Facebook page showing up on that link tree. So that should help a little bit. Wouldn't you agree? That should help a little bit.
Well, it should.
I think it would. And now it's time to renew this. So she's renewing her bond with her kitty cats. They all missed her, and her dad missed her. She was working. She takes care of some puppies or dogs. That's her job. I love this new camera because I can give you a close-up of what I'm working on. So here's that gorgeous blue. Here, I'll show you it if it just works nice to me. Come on, work nice. Yes, you're seeing my elbows and my little, well, not my elbows, but my knuckles. There you go. You can see the ones, you can see the twos. I love this new camera. It works. I'm not trading this camera in for the world. This camera does so much better. Just wanted to show you. That's how close up it is. And you can even see the shiny. Look at the shinies. That's awesome. When I was looking for a different camera, I talked to my husband and I said my camera up and died on me. Didn't I, dear?
Well, it did, unfortunately.
I mean, everything was normally like really blurry. Does that make sense what I'm saying? It was really blurry on the old camera, if I recall right. So it was blurry on the old camera. So on the new camera, it's not blurry. Now, like I was explaining, I had a gas bubble that was just not letting me go. It took about how many days?
Nearly three.
It took nearly 3 days to become good. But it's now good. Yay! It's gone. Gas bubble is gone. That thing was driving me nuts. So, yeah. You keep hitting it off. Leave it on. Thank you. All I do is I'm trying to put it on, and then when I'm lightly moving it over, it clicks on this and it doesn't let me. So funny. So, are you working next Monday or Sunday? Because I'm going to check with you from now on to see what one we're going to be on. We're letting go of that one game my husband and I discussed. We can't do it. We tried it. It's too hard for us. Both Jeff and I are getting aggravated with it. Well, I wasn't really aggravated. I was laughing. But I think I was getting more frustrated than aggravated. But because I was getting so frustrated at it, Jeff's like, you'll end up getting mad at the game. It Takes Two. So we tried It Takes Two. It's just too hard for us. Both Jeff and I agree on that. So we want to find a cooperative game where it's not that hard on us. I mean, we're against the second boss, and the second boss is so hard. Both Jeff and I just don't want to do it. We're like, okay, we're done. So I talked to him about getting Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley seems to be a nice little game for farming. And I do farming games until we can become farmers in real life. If that makes sense. Well, I told you, though. I've talked to you about it, and I asked you permission. I said, honey, can I get the farming game? Stardew Valley. And just trade it in for that. You said, yeah, sure. Isn't that what you said? Babe?
Say again?
I asked you, I want to go get Stardew Valley.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
See?
No problem.
I told you. He said, yeah, sure. You just heard him. He just said, yeah, not a problem.
I don't mind if you switch it out.
Yeah, we're going to switch it out. And I mean, he knows I don't want to do any wars and stuff like that. Like, he likes playing this one game. It's his favorite. It's called Civilization. He tried to teach me. He did. It was okay, but it wasn't my game. It wasn't a game I like soft and cozy games, to be honest. I'm one of those cozy persons. Give me a cozy game over war. That's just me. Give me a cozy game. I'll be fine. What big one has an ombre?
Hello, Goldorps. Good morning.
Jeff is planning on quitting his schooling because the schooling is they lied to him. They lied to him about his schooling. Oh, it's going to turn out gorgeous. It will. It's only 3 colors, believe it or not. This one. It was only 3 colors, which is white, clear, and a dark blue. So it's clear like this. It's clear crystal. Oh, it is bigger. And then it was this blue right here, which is 2, which I'm working on right now, which I need more 2 anyways. So that works out good. Oh, Jeffrey will be fine, honey. Jeff will be fine. He's just frustrated because Jeff does not want to do programming. And this course tells him that he has to do programming. And he just will not do programming. He doesn't want to at all. So he's canceled the thing, and he's going to pray, and he's going to seek the Heavenly Father what to do next, because he does not want to do programming. Not at all. Don't tell him to program. And so he put a stop pay on Lumify because he's like, nope, I'm canceling the course. I'm not going to pay anymore. Not going to do it. You're not teaching me. That's pretty much what he said. He's a little disappointed with them. By the way, we were right about the chickens. Exactly. And they're trying to make him do programming, and he just doesn't want to do programming. He's never been a programmer. He never wanted to do programming. It's just something about him. He's a very, very good man. And he's tired of people pushing him around. And I don't blame him. Because they say it's data analysis, but it's programming. It gave him programming tools and everything, and he's like, no, I'm not doing programming. By the way, I do AI art, but I'm afraid to even show my AI art. I mean, I can show it to you, but I do AI art. But I don't want to steal people's work, so I never show my AI art, if that makes sense. I know they want me to, but it's like, I don't believe in taking people's work. I do the AI art on one place and one place only, and that's it. And I love my AI art. It turns out really good. That's what this little dragon by hand is all about. It's my AI art in real time. So that's pretty good. Can you see what I'm doing? Is it turning out? Can you see it? That's one thing I love about this camera. It gives you a close-up of what I'm doing, and it's showing you, hey, this is what this person is doing. This is how it's turning out. The camera is a lot better than what it was. So I'm very thankful for the camera. The new camera I have, because it's so much better. I couldn't trade it in for the world because I can actually see how it's going to turn out. I look up very shortly and it's showing you it's much smoother. It's much better actually. So yeah.
Well, it depends on if you're putting it to the use or not.
They're trying to keep him. I can hear it. He's not going to take it though. I already know. I know my husband very, very well. If he's frustrated with something and he's not learning from it, he won't take it.
Matter of fact, it would be the same, but obviously it would be different.
I mean, don't tell someone that it's a data analyst when it's programming. Just don't do it. And that's what they were trying to tell him. Oh, it's data analyst. We're not lying to you. So there we go. All smooth and gorgeous. Look at that. You know, this is the thing I like about this new camera. You can actually see the crystals much better. Look at that. Look at those crystals. You can see the shine on them. Looks so much better in this. Now we have a darker one. Oh, I might be able to get 2 or 3 of the I'm hoping to get them all done, but hey, at least I'll get them done. So I'm not upset one bit. I like that. Look at that. So do you want me to do the bigger one before I do the smaller ones, or do you want me to do the smaller ones and then up to the big one? Because we have all this left to do. All the ones left to do. If I can make it show. No stress. Come on, ones. Come on. Come on. We're doing it. No, but it's not showing the ones. Not showing the ones. All the ones left to do. That's it. We're done with that. 2s are done. 2s are done. I think I want to work on the bigger one due to the fact that the plastic won't stay on there. So let's do the bigger one. So we're on 1s. Yay! And look at these beautiful, and I'll even show you it. This is the difference between the old and the new. The old, you couldn't even see the gorgeous drills. Come on. Now you can see the drills. Isn't that gorgeous? So we're going to do the ones. Let's do the ones. So, yeah, that's what's been going on with my husband. He's not happy with them. He really isn't. We were hoping he would enjoy it, but hey, his book is almost done. He's already in the epilogue. He's in the epilogue of the 7th book. The 8th book is The Fight. 8th book is The Fight. So there is a fight in his book.
Work my way through a spreadsheet and get things to work. But I've tried anything to do with programming before. Anything I do with programming.
He's not a happy camper. I can hear it in my husband's voice. They're not letting him go.
See, the videos show command line prompts, and it's all stuff to do with programming. Practically every video I've looked at has something to do with programming. And it says you can do it in the PowerShell, or you can do it somewhere else.
So we're going to start up here, and I'm going to do each one of these on the sides first. So I just finished this little section in the inside, and you can see the change of the color. There's like a dark color and light and white. So let's work on it. We're going to go here, 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 and we'll stop there. And we'll keep going, but I just want to, I do it differently than some people. I like doing the outside sometimes. I like doing the inside sometimes. It depends on my mood. And today is the outsides. Well, for this part. But we are on our little ones. We're on the last one color. If I don't finish it this week, I'm going to finish it next week. No matter what, it will be finished.
Maybe if there was plenty, just see, you have to have also a factory that says, okay, we've got say 100 people using insurance.
They're not listening to him.
1, 2, 5, whatever it is. So there's a yep.
I told him if you're not happy with it, just cancel it. We'll deal with it, but just cancel it. I don't want my husband upset or frustrated or anything like that. Never want him frustrated. Trust me, you don't want to get and this is one thing I'm going to tell you about my husband. He's a berserker. If someone really upsets him, he will go berserker. If anyone hurts me, he'll go berserker. Anyone who's angry with me or frustrated or anything like that, he'll go berserker. He's a calm person about 99% of the time. And you've met him. You know how he is. He's very calm. He's a sweetheart. He's loving, kind, gentle. Thinks of his wife all the time. When I was having that gas bubble that just would not go away, he was concerned about me. He was like, if you are still like this in the next day, I'm going to take you to the hospital. I'm like, no, I don't want to go to the hospital. So we went to, I just looked for my degas. I have something called degas. Took that and I took some Advil and I'm better now. I'm fine. Everything's good. I didn't have to go to a hospital. I'm fine. But I learned what I have to watch out for. I'm trying to degas. I don't ever want that type of gas bubble ever again. They hurt. I'll let you know that now. Having a gas bubble that just doesn't want to pop or let go hurts. They cause a pain that makes you go into basically the fetal position. I just didn't want to eat. I didn't want to drink. I didn't want to do anything. I have more energy now. I think what happened is don't drink like ginger beer, or don't even drink root beer if it's too fizzy, because they will give you a gas bubble. And then on top of it, if you're using xylitol, don't use it someone suggested every single time you eat. I think I'll just use it once a day in the evening when I go to bed, and let it heal my teeth that way. And believe me, they've told me about xylitol, and xylitol will heal me from the inside out. So we'll see. We haven't done much xylitol, but the last 2 times I've had xylitol, one was way too much xylitol. The other one with the ginger beer didn't help matters any either. So, yeah, long story short, don't take xylitol when you're drinking ginger beer. Don't do it. Don't. Plus you have a gas bubble that's just too hard to get rid of. Like I said, I had a really rough time of it, but I'm fine now. I'm doing well. But never again. Don't want to do that again. So now I'm going to do it this way. So we just did the sides. You saw the sides right here. You need to go down a little bit. There. I just did the sides. So I'm now going into a little section. And we go up and down. I'm listening to him talking. Jeff is not a programmer. He's not one that wants to do programming. If anything, he likes writing. Oh my word, is he a beautiful writer? His book is gorgeous. We are going to be moving a book that he wrote from Amazon to a different place called Blurb, and try and sell it on Blurb and see if that just takes off. Jeff is an amazing man. He's taking care of me. Now, you want to hear something funny? I got a message from someone in Pennsylvania, and I'm not sure what the message is from or what it's about. I do have a bank account with but it was not the bank account. The bank account's, I don't know. I have to check and see if it's the bank and check the phone number. See if the phone number is actually the bank. If it is, oh well. I would be surprised, but it might be my ex-husband too. I don't know. I don't want to talk to him. I haven't talked to him in ages, 12 years almost. I really don't want to talk to him. Maybe it's longer. 2010 is when I stopped talking to him, so let's see. 2012. 2010 is when I moved from Pennsylvania. So 2010, and it's 2024, 25. Isn't that like 15 years? Hello, welcome to Rift Kids Craft Corner. I hope you all are being blessed today. I hope you're having a lovely time. I'm doing well. I'm right now working on this gorgeous snowflake DP diamond painting. It's a small one. It's what you call a partial. I'm just doing the partial and getting it done. And it's actually a little coaster. Now, how I'm going to finish it off, if this would stay on, how I plan on finishing this off is by putting a little bit of resin around the little sections and hold it in place so the beads don't come off. It's either that or use, what's the other one? Mod Podge. But we'll see. See what's going to happen. I'll probably have to get in touch with my dad again later on. That just doesn't look right to me. Guess what, guys? I have long nails now. Real long nails, my natural nails. Look at that. They're real. You wouldn't call this a partial? Well, that's what they called it when I got the package. I think it's a little bit more than a partial, but it's still, they call it a partial. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm just enjoying myself doing it, working on it, things like that. Reason I took this one off is this did not look right to me. And if I turn it upside down, you'll see why I didn't like it. If I can get it. Well, there's a reason for the thumb. But if you can see it, it has half off of the silver stuff. I'm like, nope, not putting you on. It didn't look right. It wasn't holding the color I liked. So I took it off. Yeah, well, I'm going to show you my other fingers. This is all my fingers. Yeah, and it just doesn't look right when you're putting it together. So how did it go?
Trying to convince me to keep going. Tried to claim that I'm not actually needing to learn programming. I'm like, yeah, that's in the introduction. What if I actually want to continue? Well, he would strongly suggest I learn a programming language, particularly Python. I'm like, not happening. My brain does not work that way. Sorry.
Yeah. Then he understood that you were having problems.
Now, he suggested possibility of something like project management. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe, whatever. Don't know, don't care. Won't figure it out until I look at it. So I don't have the money.
We don't have the money for that. And we need to kind of save that money for if we have to go to Brisbane or something.
Now, if the money comes in and there's money left over, as I've said before, if I can pay, it's nearly $5,000 up front, then I'll get the real estate license,
and
I'll get the conveyancing course done.
Yeah.
Do that, I can work from anywhere in Queensland.
Yep. Anywhere, even from our home. That would be good.
Yeah, because a lot of conveyancing work is just done online.
Yep.
All you have to do is there's a organization that allows you access to all the properties within Australia, but you have to pay, I think, $60 a month for it. So you wouldn't bother doing it unless you were a real estate agent. And again, if need be, if, for example, I started getting calls from New South Wales, I'd say, sorry, not authorized to do business in New South Wales, but I'll go get that. I'd go ahead and get the certificate for New South Wales, or if there's such a thing as an Australia-wide thing, sure,
Mhm.
not a problem. But I'm pretty sure there's plenty of work in Queensland.
Oh, there's plenty of work.
I even have it on 100% good authority. That real estate agent I went to see late last year,
Mm-hmm.
he said, yeah, if you were to do conveyancing, I would give you a lot of work.
Well, do conveyancing, but wait until everything's a little bit settled. But he's not gonna do this. He tried doing this course and he's like, I don't understand. And then they say it's programming. And he cannot do programming. He's tried. Oh my word, did he try? But he doesn't understand the programming language. Now, if someone gave me programming, I might understand the programming language. But then again, I like computers. He hates computers. Truth to be told, he really hates computers. He'll stand for the computers for his writing, but other than that, he doesn't like computers. Not really. And computer language is not his forte. And right now, I would have to restudy computer language, but I would be quick in learning it. But don't give him programming. Trust me, he would not be a happy camper. I've seen my husband so many times, and I know exactly what type of man he is, and I know how he is, and I know what he can do, and I know what he can't do, and I know he's a writer. Oh my word, is he a beautiful writer? He's such a beautiful writer. Oh my word. He's right now writing a book that's already 7 books long, guys. 7 books. 7. And he's going to be on to his 8th book soon. Aren't you, dear? Oh, he's downstairs. He's downstairs.
What do you want?
I said, you're going to be writing 8 books soon. Your 8th book.
Finishing up this one.
Yeah, that's 7.
Yeah.
He's finishing up 7.
If
And
you want to include Starlay.
well, if you don't include Starlay is a side book.
I mean, she'll be in the final book.
But she will be in the final book. So, yeah, long story short, Starlight
It does count.
but it doesn't.
The thing is, if you're following the merchant around, the main character,
She doesn't
he's
count.
not in there. So in that sense, it's related to and adjacent to the series.
Yeah.
And even the one I'm doing here at the moment with the merchant's allies, again, he's really not in it.
No, he's not in it, but he is.
I mean, he appears. He has some things to say.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see where you could count him as a main character.
But he will be the main character in the last book.
Yes. And look, before this, he's featured heavily in every book.
Oh, yeah. Right now, he's
But,
just...
I mean, I ended up with a twist, and I thought, what would he do? And given his nature, he would, as much as possible, abandon his day-to-day stuff so as not to draw attention to himself.
Yeah.
So that's what he did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Starlay, my word, Starlay's amazing. She's dangerous, but she's amazing. I can't wait till she is written out, and she's going to be in the final part of the book too. She will actually be in the final part of the book. Kind of want Jeff to kind of give you like a little hint of what will happen. Just a hint. Especially over Starlight. Just give them that little hint. Just a little hint of what will happen. Just a hint. This is in the last book, by the way. About Growly, honey.
Oh, the last one.
Yeah, the last part. I want him to tell you this. It's hilarious.
Okay, so to give a little bit of the background for those who don't know, Starlay is what they call an aberrant mind sorceress. I have chosen to what you might call roleplay this by giving her a second personality. The second personality only comes out, or almost only comes out. There are a couple of exceptions, but generally only comes out when Starlay is in danger. So this second personality is the survivor, the fighter, the dangerous one. And the background I'm going to do is that Starlay would like her mind integrated again, so that it's not in these two sections. Okay, she wants the whole thing. It'll help her have better access to and control over the powers that she does have. And so she's going to travel to a place where they think they can do that. But they're going to discover, no, actually, we can't quite do it. Your alternate personality was a response to the trauma you had as a child. You can only integrate your mind fully by destroying or dealing with some way ending that trauma. So for Starlay, since the trauma was caused by a horribly large, dangerous kraken that tried to capture her, if not kill her, then, hey, killing the kraken will work, right? So she arrives on the tail end of a massive battle within the kraken's lair. And Starlay arrives, gets post-traumatic stress disorder because, oh my goodness, this is the thing that tried to kill me. And then her alternate personality jumps out and says, now you have to realize the kraken is female and the alternate personality knows this. Hi, Mommy. I'm home. Boom! Spell goes off. Did you miss me?
What do you think? I'm sorry, I laughed on that one. So I'm curious what you guys think. Do you like that? Did that catch your attention? Yeah, that's why I was kind of chuckling because it's so funny. I could just see Matt doing that one. So yeah, hooked. What makes me wish I had the books because I need more context. That's Audie. Yep. It'll be out. It'll be out when Jeff gets a cover artist, and the first book will be out soon. Once that comes out, I think that thing is gonna sell out, and you're gonna have a lot of money. And then he'll do like prelays, and I think he's planning on doing what other things are you planning on doing in your books, honey? Prelays, not prelays. What's the word? Like after effects.
Oh, epilogues.
Epilogues after the fact of.
Yeah, I mean, not every book has an epilogue.
No, but this one will, because
this one's going to need some epilogues because there's so many things happening and so many things that have to be introduced before the next book, and it's kind of one sense it's already so long. I'll do a quick word count actually.
He's going to do a word count of how much.
Word count for the current book.
This current book, he's going to give you a word count. And it'll tell you how many words.
Okay, so far this book, 75,199 words.
75,199 words, guys.
Now, to put that in context, I'm going to do the word count. I'm going to call up the word count for the Hobbit. So remember, 75,200 roughly.
So he's calling up the Hobbit so you can see how much words he used in his book.
Okay, the Hobbit, 95,022 words.
And that's just for one book, right?
Yeah.
One book, but it's like
It's a reasonably well-known book.
it's a reasonably well-known
Okay.
book.
Give me another book that you're familiar with, and I'll tell you what the word count is, and maybe that'll help you understand. So if someone wants to write in the comments or whatever for a book that they've read, please don't give me, Dick and Jane, because it's not going to be a comparison. But any reason...
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling's?
Mm-hmm.
So
J.K. Rowling.
We'll do a Harry Potter and what?
Well, there's a
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. That was the first one.
Yeah. Or do the very last one she did. But then there's also
in Harry Potter 1. 76,944 words.
76,000.
The first book, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, has 76,944 words. It has fewer words than the other 6 books, making it the shortest book in the series. Okay. So since this
My husband has been, and he's not even done with this book yet.
No, but I'm probably going to wrap it up in, say, less than 2,000 words from here.
Yeah, he's going to wrap it up in less than 2,000 words. But then he'll do all those epilogues. And then one or two of those epilogues will turn into books later on. Just like this.
Since you ask,
Mm-hmm.
the epilogues are going to be along the lines of, one epilogue will be reintroducing our merchant once again as the main character. We'll see him making his deal with a Fey Lord and what that means.
And then in that epilogue will turn into another book.
Okay. I might even rewrite that epilogue again at the start of the next book.
Yeah.
As the prologue, as it were. I will detail...
Starley, I think you were thinking of...
Starley will appear on the island of Ilagon.
Yeah.
Along with her husband, of course.
Yes.
And then she'll go through her whole little thing on the island of Ilagon and have it all explained to her why the process that they want isn't working. Okay? As I just explained before. But if you keep jumping in and interrupting me, you're not going to get all of the... I'll just give up on trying to explain anything. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got to reintroduce the merchant. I may or may not do something with his wife. Haven't decided yet. We'll figure out what happened to the person who was, or people rather, who were most recently captured. We will probably wrap something up for one of the people who is kind of... He's still in the Kraken's lair, but he's in hiding. Hasn't been found. We might go over a little bit of what happened to him. And one of the main characters for this book, went on a little adventure into the mountains and found more than he bargained for. And his whole group came back going, well, that hurt. Let's not do that again. Next time we're taking at least, one cleric and one wizard or something with us. Because if they'd had a cleric with them, they would have been fine. But they didn't. Bad planning. And so, mostly, I'm wanting these epilogues to look kind of hopeless. Like everything has failed. But like as I said, one, depending on how you want to interpret it, one or two really positive ones. Because the main character running through all the books so far, will get what I consider a huge power boost for a very short time. And the other one will get advice on how she can get her mind put back together. And hopefully, you know, the final book, I don't know exactly how long it's going to end up, but I've got to gather all these little threads in, bring all these disparate people together, because I've got to tell you, for example, one of the characters, in fact, most of the characters in this book have come to distrust all the way through to actively hate the original main character for reasons which are revealed in this book that I've just written. Would that be correct there?
Mm-hmm.
And they have good reason to.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's not to be trusted.
Mm-mm.
In fact, I think I can safely say the only one.
He goes, huh? Intrigued!
I can safely say the only person who still really genuinely 100% trusts him is his wife.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you are going to write 2 other books after the Kraken's Lair because of you want them to know the whole trip to try and find the main character. That's what you told me before.
To try and find the merchant.
Yeah, because he's going to be in a different place for a while, and
Oh, that is a potential. Yeah, I have 2 options for the main character at the end of the book. I can either kill him off during the final battle. This is possible.
I hope you don't.
Or I can have him lost in the Feywild.
For a while until his wife finds him.
Well, I mean, who else?
Or who else is going to find him?
Not very many, right?
Well, Dina might.
Wouldn't win her any friends.
No, but she had to take on the thing too.
No, here's the thing. If the person you're paying disappears off the face of the map, she can keep paying his wife, I guess.
Yeah.
There's that. Or you can go, contract rendered null and void. I guess it all belongs to me.
No, I think she'll still keep paying.
Not her type of character.
That's not her type of character.
Very fair.
She's a very fair woman. And another thing, we were talking about a fairy dragon. The fairy dragon, the reason I'm making a fairy dragon is because
let me see the comment. Hold on.
Riv, you want to spoil the whole thing? You're like nudging him. Like, yeah, say more. No, I'll have him stop. But I'm just saying a couple.
But yeah, the last book, since Buddy asked, is the last book going to be the longest? It depends on how long it takes me to pull all the threads together. Okay, if I can pull the threads together reasonably quickly, I might be able to knot it off within 30,000 words.
Yeah.
If I can't, it might, band out to twice. I have so many characters who could conceivably show up.
Mm-hmm.
I have a number of characters who have to show up.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them because, well, 3 actually, because they're already there. A number of others because if they want to help, they have to show up.
Mm-hmm.
So we have, let's see now, character, I'm not going to name them, but number them off. We have 1 paladin, 1 bard, and 1 cleric already there, right? Plus a more recently captured cleric and ordinary person. So I've got 5 people already there, in place. I have a sixth person, the one who's helping the person who's hiding, already there. I can make up any number of people who would help that person because, as I said, there's a little network in there planning an escape. People who have to show up. So I've got 6 so far. Main character has to show up. That's 7. All right. Starland husband has to show up. That's 8, 9. Yeah. The wife of the person in hiding. That's 10. However briefly. Who am I missing?
Grandfather.
Oh yes, and his servant. Well, no, just the grandfather or great grandfather, whatever you want to call him.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we up to now? 11.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in my opinion, the people who are going to do the most damage will be the merchant,
Mm-hmm.
the servant of the Fey Lord, right, and Starlay.
Yep.
After that, we're talking probably the person in hiding and his wife.
Mm-hmm. But I was just saying, these books that you plan on doing after this battle and
Well,
everything.
because
like
yeah,
that.
there is an aftermath. There's always wreckage in the aftermath of things like this. So you're going to have, for example, people dead. I even have to deal with the fact that remember the Count
Mm-hmm.
got trapped in a he's
Mm-hmm.
in a coma. His soul trapped in a soul stone held in the Kraken's leg.
And they find the soul stone. Yeah.
That has to be taken back to him. Who's going to do that? The merchant's wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably. But she's not going to be in the cave, so how does she get it? And why would they give it to her? How would they even recognize it?
Mm.
It's a problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, who else might we get to show up? There's one person recently captured who has a really good friend who might show up to help him. And a fiance who will definitely show up to help him.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have upwards of 15 people.
Up to 15 to 20.
Unfortunately, what they'll be fighting against is one extraordinarily annoyed Kraken, which is dangerous all by itself. All of her...
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
All of the Kraken's priests and various other magic-using peoples, and all the brainwashed slaves.
Which will become unbrainwashed after the Kraken dies. There is the end result.
So
look at that, guys. Isn't that gorgeous?
It's going to be hopefully something of a rather epic battle.
Camera win. Yeah, it's so beautiful, isn't it? That turned out really pretty. That's the big one. Let's see what the other ones look like, although it's getting too close to the
counter the
end.
army, the only force
So,
area that I can reliably
I have a question.
think of.
Okay, I'm talking to my people at the moment. I have a question. Do you want me to finish this last 4 next week on Friday? Or do you want me to try and figure out how to make those wings and do the wings on Friday? I want to know your guys' opinion. I want to know your guys' thoughts. But yeah, Jeff has a lot he wants to talk about. He also is planning on maybe, possibly, not promising, but maybe possibly becoming a voice actor. Because he has that good voice. He is so beautiful. Love my husband's voice. Like, absolutely love it. But would you like me to finish this off on next Friday? Finish these off. That's what I'm thinking. Do more wings, do more research on the wings so I can make certain I got it correctly done. And then do it starting in February, I'm thinking. Or starting, what day is it? Starting, let me check. Sorry about that, guys. No, I could probably finish it
I'll say-
on the 31st. I can start it.
I'll say this for Oddie. If she wants to and has time later, I'm willing to read Giles' entire little adventure.
Audie, would you like to hear it now?
Not live for everybody.
No, not live. But I mean, would you like to hear it now, what he's got in his book about Jarl? And he'll explain everything to you then. Just let us know. Give a thumbs up.
I'll read that bit. It'll take at least 5 minutes to read that bit.
Are you okay with that?
I mean, if she doesn't want to, that's fine.
If you don't want to, that's fine. If you want to be surprised, that's fine too. But you know, Jeff can do his different voices and everything like that. And you can visualize him being all those different characters in the book. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, hon. So do you want me to do this, do the last bit of the 4 diamond paintings on this next Friday and then starting the 30th, I think, 31st? Yeah, that would work after Paleo Pines.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Next, not next Friday, but the Friday after, I could do the wings maybe and work on the wings. I think that would work. I pretty much have my dragon finished except for the wings. That's it. The wings. So we could do this on next Friday, and then the Friday after I could work on the wings. Depends on how long it takes me to do the wings. But yeah, it should work. Oh yeah, my Monday and my Sunday on Paleo Pines, yes. So that'll work. That'll work. I hope you feel better. Will you be here on your Sunday? I'm just verifying. Will you be here on Sunday? Your Sunday, my Monday. Will you be here? Check your schedule. But anyways, thank you for being here, guys. I enjoyed it. Awesome. Thank you for being here, guys. I appreciate you who's been here, who's stayed with me, who's been there for me 24/7. Audie's one of my top people, but there are other people who come in to say hi and all that. Thank you so much for being with me. Please give me a thumbs up if you like my videos. Please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please ring the bell so you know when I upload another video. And last but not least, please comment. And I put up another link tree this time, which will take you right straight to my shop if you ever want to go shopping and order anything. But please send me an email in my rccshopandjewelry@gmail.com, and I'll have everything organized and sent. Anyways, many blessings and shalom, guys. I love you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. See you on Monday. Bye, guys.